A lot of people believe that magic happens here, and I think it does. The city, the university, the buildings, the colleges, right, the experience is really unparalleled.
Our master's program really focuses on students who want to go back into their jobs and bring the rigor that Oxford University provides to apply to their challenges they face on an everyday basis, dealing with sustainable urban development.
Over the 2 years, there's a great combination of getting the best from Oxford in terms of the intellectual and academic scholarship offered, and I think students can then also get on with their busy lives. And one of the key messages we give to all our students and alumni, you might be part-time students, but you're full members of university.
It's a part-time programme. Each week they leave with takeaways that can be applied in their day-to-day work.
What we're trying to do is to have kind of 50-50 mix in terms of theory and practice. We are providing quite a rich theoretical background and cutting-edge knowledge of current research. But at the same time, probably half of our guest speakers are practitioners, policymakers. So we're trying to mix heavy theory with policy-relevant practice.
We cross a range of disciplines: sociology, economics, engineering, planning, urban theory. These are taught by subject matter experts who are themselves interdisciplinary in their approach, and students leave the programme really with a good understanding of the way the very complex discipline of sustainability is integrated.
We encourage students to challenge assumptions behind the current and past policies. The way we frame these teaching weeks enables students to connect these very broad ideas together to provide solutions for sustainable urban development.
We cover a number of complementary matters, such as how to finance sustainability, how to deal with issues with climate mitigation and adaptation, but also aspects to do with design.
Critically, Oxford is a really great place to start thinking about sustainable urban development. So it's got a historical centre, it's got a ring road, it's got some real deprivation as well as some very intense wealth. So the theory that we're working with, we actually have a case study here on our doorstep.
Students do develop a more critical, nuanced understanding of both the obstacles but also the opportunities of intervention and how to engage with the action they are looking to effect on the world at large.
We find very different case studies arising, so people might challenge us with some of our ideas and say, actually, that's not what I see on the ground. And what we're able to do then is work across the different case studies, across the different geographies and say, okay, so what does sustainable urban development look like where you're from?
It's such a broad course. It covers so many different areas of not just sustainable urban development, but the world in which we live. And I think there'll be something really interesting for everybody, and it'll sort of pique your interest and take you down whichever path it is that you particularly enjoy.
It has always been an international course. We've had people who've worked all over the world, studied over the world, but also people have been local and worked locally and in the UK. So that mix is always a great richness of the course. Essentially, you'll have a room full of people from different backgrounds, different experiences, and just a shared general interest in sustainable cities, the challenges and the opportunities today and for tomorrow.
I was sort of apprehensive going into the course that there wouldn't be a sense of community just because of the way that the course is structured and it's part-time. I've been proven wrong, which has been fantastic, and the way that we look forward to seeing each other and the way that we keep in touch when we're apart has been something that's been so useful for me.
One of the things that makes the program quite unique is the relationship between student and staff. Being a residential master's program, there's quite a lot of opportunities for us to share meals, to go to evening lectures, events, which is a real privilege for both of us.
I find the staff to be very supportive, particularly through the tutorials that you get in each of the modules. They will give you the skills, tools and insights necessary to do well on the program.
I think the course has influenced my career in that I've now got a much broader perspective, that I can work internationally rather than just in the UK. So not only do you learn a lot, but through the network you can create actual business opportunities as well.
Primarily that in-person gathering of all these professional, personal experiences, that's what makes the mix I think, the best master's programme in sustainable urban development, I think, in the world.